What's up, future millionaires? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of remote work and outsourcing. Boy, oh boy, do I have a thrilling journey for you. Let me ask you, are you feeling overwhelmed by your to-do list? Are you struggling to find more time to do the things that you're passionate about? Hold on tight, because today, I'm about to dive into the top 5 tasks that you can delegate to a virtual assistant to buy your time back. From conquering your workday like a pro to unleashing your creative potential, we'll take you through each task step by step. Task number 5 is the crown jewel, the secret sauce. It is the game changer that you've been waiting for. Trust me, you won't want to miss out. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Starting out with task number 1. This is the one that I feel everybody just kind of assumes. This is the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about having a virtual assistant. And the first task is admin. Administrative tasks are absolutely great tasks that you can push off onto a virtual assistant. And here's why. As an entrepreneur, as a CEO, you want to focus on the things that move the needle forward. And every moment you're not growing your business, every moment you're not increasing your revenue, every moment that you're not doing the things that will actually keep you in business, you're going even closer to being out of business. And there's no point of going out of business because you're too busy doing administrative tasks that don't put money in your pocket instead of doing the tasks that will put money in your pocket. Now I get it, all the administrative tasks are absolutely critical, so they have to be done, but just because they need to be done does not mean that they need to be done by you. These are going to be things like checking your emails, replying to emails, all those tasks where you could be getting clients and moving the needle forward, but you're spending hours upon hours upon hours per day dealing with admin tasks. The second task, and this one's really cool, is customer service or customer support. This one's huge. We all need that customer service department. We all need that department where people can call us up and ask us questions. When you're dealing with a customer sales rep in the US, give or take what city, what state you're in, you're probably paying $10 to $20 an hour for that rep. You can outsource that to a virtual assistant in the Philippines for $3 an hour. But here's the best part. This is why I love working with the virtual assistant so much. They're typically going to care about your business and your brand a lot more than American employees. Not dissing our American employees, but for a lot of us, Americans, we go in and it's just a job, which is why we start having people that catch attitudes with the clients, they get upset, they're calling out of work, they're doing all these things that are actually low-key hurting our business, but we just turn a blind eye to it because we feel like we don't have any other options. But when we're working with a virtual assistant overseas in the Philippines, they actually take pride in their work and they want to do the best. So they're going to protect your brand more. They're going to give more care and more service to your clients. And then I know people are like, yeah, but it's the accent. I want to talk to an American person. Guys, overseas in the Philippines, their English is actually pretty good. It's actually phenomenal. Understand, so we're gonna get someone for $3 an hour. Minimum wage over in the Philippines is only $1.25. So typically when you're on the phone and you're talking to the people, you're like, oh, just give me an American. That's typically like outsourced overseas in India, or if it is in the Philippines, you're getting $1.25 an hour people who have strong accents. Once you start getting to the $3 an hour range, they don't really have that heavy accent and they sound like they could have grown up here. So you can get someone that's English speaking. Like my whole team has phenomenal English. No one knows they're talking to somebody in the Philippines. What you don't realize is when you call your bank and you get upset with the person on the phone, you say, I want to speak to an American. So they pass you on to an American. Now you're thinking, this is a lot better. But you're actually not talking to an American at this point. You just went from talking to the $1.25 VA to the $3 per hour VA still in the Philippines. And here's the best part, you can have the same thing for your business, but now instead of having one person at $10 an hour, you got 3 people at $3 an hour. Or you got 6 or 7 people at $3 an hour, give or take where you're at on that spectrum. Here's the key with VAs. If you have a bad customer service rep, you can fire the bad rep and replace them with a full team. So now for the same amount of money, you have a full team working for you. A full team that's going to do better work, that's going to provide better service, that's going to make your business and your brand look a whole lot better. All right, going on to task number 3. This one's crazy. We all tend to look for this one. And that's for somebody that's going to manage our social media. Because we know good and well, most of you probably don't know how to manage your social media. Am I the expert at all things social media? No, I'm not. You're watching this video right now on YouTube. I currently have 3 people on my YouTube team. Because I don't know nothing about this YouTube stuff. But they do. That's why I hired a team. Just like I'm recommending to you guys, have somebody that can handle your YouTube, somebody that can handle your Instagram, somebody that can handle your Facebook, someone that can handle your LinkedIn. Let a virtual assistant take care of it. And you don't have to pay them full-time hours. If they're just doing basic stuff, just give them an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours a day. Whatever you feel is necessary for them to create your content, post your content, manage the engagement. Like, this is all custom tailored to your budget. That's the best part. Hire a virtual assistant that can also manage your social media, they can handle your customer service, they can handle your admin. There's a bunch of these tasks. Now the next 2, these are going to be crazy. But before I go into number 4, if you're enjoying this video, if you're getting anything out of it, smash that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, but let's keep going. So task number 4. Most people don't even think you can do this. It's a cheat code. Software development. If you are a software company, you do not have to pay someone $150,000 a year to develop your software. $3, $4, $5 an hour. You can get someone in the Philippines with a master's degree that's just as good, if not better, to develop your software. You can even get someone for $1,000 a month in India who will be absolutely amazing to develop your software. And you don't have to worry about the accent because they're not the ones that's speaking to the client. Instead of paying 6 figures for a great software developer here, for $5 an hour, you can get you an amazing software developer from overseas that will absolutely rock it for you. And without further ado, task number 5. This one was the game changer for me. This is the one that allowed me to grow my businesses the fastest. This is the cheat code. This is the one thing that everybody wishes they could outsource, but they're never able to do it. Because it's really hard to outsource this to an American, and it's really hard to get them to do it without giving them a good base salary plus commission. And that, my friends, is cold calling. Get a virtual assistant that can cold call. Get you an English accent virtual assistant for $3 to $4 an hour and have them cold call for you. Here's the thing. I'm going to erase all this off the board. You guys will absolutely love this. This was absolutely insane. When I figured this out, this became the cheat code. Ask yourself, how many calls does it take for you to get a sales call? Like, how many cold calls do you actually have to make before you actually talk to someone that's interested? Most people will make less than 0 calls. You're an entrepreneur, you're a CEO. How many cold calls do you make on a daily basis? Just think about it. How many are you even willing to make? Most will make 0. If they are making them, they'll make 1 to 10. You make 1 to 10 calls. All right, that's not bad. When I worked corporate, I came in, the requirement was 30 to 40 calls a day. I crushed it. I was a top producer. I was number 1. I started making 80 calls, and then eventually I went up to 100 calls. And I was able to start really getting people on the phones. I was able to start closing deals, doing all that type of stuff. When I launched my agency, I went by myself, working on my own, and I started getting virtual assistants. My virtual assistant would make between 100 to 150 cold calls every single day, and she would book between 1 and 2 appointments every single day. 1 out of every 3, I would make $6,000 off of. So every 2 to 3 days of my VA making cold calls will result in $6,000 for me. That VA cost me $500 a month. And this is when I didn't know what I was doing. This is when I didn't have my systems, my SOPs, and my trainings down. As I started learning how to hire better quality cold callers, My current VA, she will make between 200 if she's working part-time on calls to 400 calls every single day if she's working full-time. Granted, I have a good dialer. On average, all my clients, their VAs are making between 150 to 200 calls every single day. Now, out of 200 calls, how many people do you think you'll get? You're probably going to get between 2 to 3 if you are in a high-ticket space like us. You're going to get between 2 to 3 calls booked every single day. Let's call it 2 on the low end. That means you're booking 10 calls every single week. Over the course of the month, you're going to book about 40 calls. Maybe you have a $1,000 service. Let's say you charge $1,000 for your service. If you have a 10% conversion rate, that means you're going to get 4 deals. So if you're just charging $1,000 for those 4 deals, you're going to make $4,000. So for this virtual assistant that you're paying $500 a month to, as a return on that investment, you're making $4,000. So you're making $3,500 profit off of a $500 investment. Here's what I did from there. You're like, great, I made $3,500 profit. We take $1,000 away from that. So now we got $2,500 profit. That's still a decent amount of profit, but what's gonna go from there, what's missing is the other 1,000. What we're gonna do with this 1,000, we're gonna use this 1,000 to get 2 more VAs. So this VA plus your original VA, you're now at 3 VAs. So now you have 3 VAs that are going to do the same thing. So now you got 3 VAs making 150 to 200 calls each. They're all booking 2 appointments a day, 30 appointments a week. Is that right? 10, 10, 10, yep. That's 120 appointments a month. Assuming you still have a 10% close rate, you're now going to get 12 deals. Those 12 deals are all $1,000 a month a piece. You just made $12,000. So you spent $1,500 to make $12,000. That's called a massive return on your investment. That's why number 5 was a game changer for me. It was a game changer for my clients. It could be a game changer for your business. Down in the description, I will put a link to a document that has 50 tasks that you can actually outsource to your VAs. So if these top 5 don't do it for you, then I got 45 more for you. Click the link in there, hit the like button, and hey, if you need anything, myvafast.com will find that qualified virtual assistant for you. So in the meantime, in between time, my people, you guys just keep rocking, and I'll see you in the next video. And hey, if you like this video, probably like this one right here, or maybe this one. I don't know. You click, you choose.